Okay, now we've done all of our filtering and we're ready to make Subaru disk. The first thing I want to tell you that, and I've said this over and over, my software is really dumb. And we have a real good example here of what happens. You notice I've sorted these things by genre, artist, album, and songs. And we come down here and we see we have No Excuses by Alice in Chains. And the way I have my software set up, it sorts by ascending file size. So the way it would currently work right now, when this copy to flash drive routine works, this No Excuses would overwrite this No Excuses. And you really wouldn't want that to happen because this is unplugged and this is the rock version. So I've cleaned up the database more by looking at my Subaru disk copies than any. It's the best cleanup process I've found, to be honest with you. So what I did, and I did this with Layla because Clapton had an unplugged album, I would change this No Excuses right here to No Excuses Unplugged. And I would update the metadata. So I have it, click the update metadata, and lo and behold, it did its thing. So now then, this one will not write this song because this one's called Unplugged and you get both of them in. So I kind of look, at least the first time through, to see how many here, like 1 o'clock jump. That's going to, we have one here, and we have one here, and we have one here. So, you know, this is a real good way to clean things up. But I want to use Alice in Chains as an example. Secondly, my software is dumb again. It does not check to see if a flash drive is mounted, and it does not check to see if there's any data on it. I'm leaving that up to you. Now, I have my Ubuntu set up to where it does not automatically mount flash drives when I plug them in, which forces me to go to Dolphin and look at things before I act. So here my flash drive is unmounted down here. So I mount it and I look to verify there's no data on it. If there is, I make sure I delete it off before I go any farther. So now then we can minimize that because we're golden and ready to go. So I'm going to make a Subaru disk by artist. Click that and leave these settings exactly where you set them. We don't want to change streams in the middle of the river here, so we click OK. And then this, select the USB drive you wish to write to. And there it is. Come down here and make sure it's selected correctly. And it is, so we select. And we leave this alone. And click OK. And lo and behold, it starts to crank. And this makes Subaru disk by artist does a read check to make sure that you have filtered things correctly. I have a tendency to click that button before clicking the first button or filtering. In other words, you know, I'm a dummy. And this will catch you if you forget to filter before you make the Subaru disk. And it assures you are not overloading your flash drive. I know I overloaded a 64 gig flash drive once and it killed it. And luckily Micro Express gave me a new one, but it was my screw up, and that's what this routine does. It protects you from overloading a flash drive. and I'm loading to an old HP plastic flash drive 2.0. It takes about 2 hours to copy 16 gigs of data. So, and I'm sure it would blow up. I've read about it on the internet that they really get screwed up and you can't do anything with them if you overload them. So again, my primitive task status thing up here is telling you what's going on. And again, it's extremely slow because I got screen capture on. And I don't have my i7 processor overclocked, so because I do too much video processing. And you probably have yours overclocked a little bit and it'll run twice as fast as what this one is. But this still beats the heck out of it doing it manually. And just about done. We're on the downhill slide here. And here we are. Right now it is copying files to my flash drive. And we'll go to Dolphin. And more USB. Get the right one, and there they are. See, they're starting to copy in. And notice the format they're in. I'll open this folder and hope it, yep, there it is right there. So AC Melissa Eldridge, or whatever her name is, and there's the files. Hopefully in alphabetical order. So it's doing this thing. So we can come back here and see it's still copied across. And all the files in alternative rock that only have one, the songs go in this folder. And sometimes I really push that to almost past the limitation of our Subaru. It'll only take 256 songs a folder. Another limitation. But I haven't exhausted that yet, so I haven't written any code to check for that. But here we are back to the prompt you got. Do you wish to make labels? And if you click yes to that, it takes you to our super advanced filtering sheet, and here are here's G labels. Opens automatically for you, and it puts everything on one line. And you notice you just kind of break it up. Now in our case we didn't have any Annie, so let's just click on this over here. We'll take Annie out because we took her out, and looks like it makes it the BL, no sweat. So we hit the enter key here, brings it down to the next line, and we'll make it comedy, and we come across here and notice it has country less than or equal to Ned Miller, and then we have country not equal to Chet Atkins. Well, we really don't care about that because we knew we took out Chet Atkins. And there we are. There's our label. Now, why in the hell did Dad put .le dot instead of the not equals? Well, if we go to the code, and if I can find the code, you notice that G labels, all this XML crap was written in behind the scenes in batch mode. And look at all these symbols right here. The less than symbol. An XML, that's not a less than symbol. So if you have a less than symbol in your text here, it'll make G labels puke. So what I had to do is come in here and substitute, replace all the ones that were XML symbols, like less than, greater than, equal, less than or equal to. I had to convert those to .le, greater than, blah blah blah. So that's the reason it's formatted like that. Oh, the issues you run into. So we'll get back to business here, and we click on the print button, and I have my default printer as PDF because I print PDFs all the time. So I need to set that to my printer. And then we click on the Labels tab up here. And notice G-Labels defaults to printing the same damn thing and wiping out a whole sheet. So for starting with a new sheet, you just click on the top label there and click Print. And it'll print just to that one label, and then you can use this sheet over and over. And that works all the way to the very last one. Suppose you've used all your labels except for the last one. You click down here, the last one, and it'll still print to the last one. Now you'll probably have to do some setup and G-Labels for your printer. I know that's always fun to get these labels to line up. Now these labels are Avery. Oh, I had it right here in front of me. 8167s. And when we come back to the code, you see that's exactly what I've got set up here in the XML file that I generated to open G-Labels. And don't buy any. I have a shitload of them if you want to make labels. So don't buy any. I'll give you enough to last you years and years. I know there's more than I'll ever use in my lifetime. So anyway, we'll come back here. Oh crap. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And you just click the print button and it'll print your label. And that's all there is to G-Labels. So I'm going to cancel that, and I never save these because as you add music to your database, these will change dynamically every single time you do it. And now then, you're ready to go to your next flash drive. So you click on this, and notice how it populates there, and you just repeat this process over and over until you get all your flash drives burned, and that's all there is to it. We'll just do this one for the fun of it. Filter, advanced filter, wait for it to flash. There it goes. Select all these. Okay. And notice we start at row 2526. And come on, wake up. Screen capture. And we go to row 5389. And that's how this thing works. And you just click Make SubaruDisk by Artist again. Put in a new flash drive first and make sure it has no data in it. And then click this button. And it'll burn your second one and open up G-Labels to make your next label automatically. And you repeat this until you get all your flash drives burned. And that's all there is to it. While I'm at it here, you say, okay, Dad, what do you do now? If I add songs to my database, this database ain't going to be worth a hoot. And you're exactly right. So for the fun of it, we're going to remove the filter. And what you do when you add new songs to your database, in your music database, you click this button, import new songs into sheet. And it takes about 10 minutes, but it will add any new songs you've added to your music database. It'll automatically update this sheet, and you don't have to do anything manually to do this. And you say, hey, Daddy, if you added any new songs, that's what this button's for. I'll give you the songs I've added to my database, and since we're on exactly the same format now, you click this button and enter we can go a little bit right here. And it takes about 10 minutes. It comes up here, take a piss break, do all that stuff, and you come in here. And suppose this is a USB disk that I gave you. You'd say select. Make sure you collect it and select it like that. And it will go through and add any new songs that I've given you. So I'm going to stop that because that disk is not new songs. And that's all there is to that. So once you get through the dreaded task of fixing the database, importing all the crap in, and going through all these awful steps over here, it's a piece of cake from then on. And that's all there is to it.